was so mad at her, but he needed her as a customer, and eventually he caved and he gave her the price that she was looking for. And so ultimately, that this is the thing. Finance by nature, they have predatory lending, right? But I'm going to tell you the truth. I think capitalism by its very nature in its extreme form is naturally predatory. It's naturally there are the sharks and there are the fish, right? The big dogs eat, the guppies get eaten. So I think you've got extremely predatory stuff, right? Like those, rent-a-center loans and payday loans and all that. That's predatory, but really a lot of capitalism in general is predatory. The culture that says that the shareholders are getting rich while the workers are underpaid, that's pretty predatory. Um, and the thing about the predatory nature of American capitalism is if you imagine yourself in the woods where you're surrounded by predators and there are no police, there is nobody there to regulate, there is no park ranger to guide you or to protect you, you have nothing in terms of safety and protection, then the only way to survive is you got to learn how to survive in the woods. You got to learn what happens out here. You got to learn how to identify healthy plants from poisonous plants. You got to learn which animals are going to partner with you and which ones are going to eat you. If you don't learn these things, then you will be the prey. So I want you to consider American capitalism as a big, fat, gigantic economic jungle. Big jungle where you've got the predators who are ready. They're conscious, they're aware, they're watching your every move, they're collecting data, they're studying your weaknesses and your vulnerabilities and your emotions, and they're just literally licking their chops and they're hungry. They're real hungry. Like capitalism breeds greed. You have movies like Wall Street where Gordon Gekko got up and gave a shareholder speech and said, greed is good, right? So you literally have people that believe that greed is good, and that if you can't protect it, then you don't deserve to have it. That I deserve to have it because I'm willing to take it from you, right? So you got this kind of environment in the United States. That's a scary place to be. So why wouldn't you consider it to be absolutely essential, knowing how important money is? Money's the difference between having a good day and a bad day. Why wouldn't you consider it absolutely mandatory and essential that every child in our community get trained on the economics of self-defense or how to protect themselves in this predatory space? Because the other beauty about the jungle and the freedom is that the jungle is full of abundance. There's gold out there, there's fruit and plants, there's all kinds of ways to do well. But if you don't know your way around, I mean, imagine this is what I visualize when I see a lot of our kids being tossed out into the economy. This is why I believe, if you remember the Black Core of Three in the Black Business School, is that we believe Black people should educate our own children, create our own jobs, support Black owned businesses. The reason I believe that's so important is because they deliberately train your children to be the prey. They fatten them up just like chickens at KFC. Ain't nobody training the KFC chicken to be king of the jungle. No, you're not going to be fit. You're not meant to be aware. You're not meant to be anything. You're being groomed to be eaten. You're being trafficked. Thank you, Calvin McWilliams, smartest man in the world. You're being groomed to be eaten by the predators. They're not sending their kids to these crappy inner city schools. They're sending their kids to prep schools where they're teaching them how to manage people, how to run a business, how to do artificial intelligence and collect data, right? They're teaching them how to make a profit, how to build an organization, how to be financially secure, how to build wealth, how to make an investment. And you're being taught how to go beg for a job. Not even a good job. The kids don't even have the skills to even get the good jobs. How is this going to work? How is this supposed to work? How in the world is this supposed to lead to some type of equality in a country that don't even know the meaning of the word equality? That's a fairy tale in my view. I don't think equality will ever exist. I think that there will be survivors and there will be those who don't survive. That's all that there is. So let's not deliver our kids into an economy where they're going to be dead on arrival